It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Hey!
Oh no!
Oh no! We lost two Chris's in one episode.
Two Chris K's quit tonight.
We were finally not gonna have to worry about saying the last names of a Chris.
Yeah.
They made a terrible blunder by not only casting, two Chris's with K's starting last names type thing.
Yeah.
But we finally weren't going to have to deal with that. And then we lost both in one episode.
Yeah. They both quit.
They both quit.
I mean, let's be honest here. They pretty much both quit.
Yeah, I think Kirkpatrick. Well, I do think for Kirkpatrick that he didn't want to win. I think that. I mean, I looked up.
Really?
I worked. I worked up.
Why did you choose him as your winner's pick?
I didn't realize it at the time.
Okay.
That he didn't want to win. I realized it this episode that he.
But why come on the show?
Because I think he thought it'd be fun.
I'm not buying it. No, thank you. No, thank you.
He has a net worth of $10 million to $15 million, according to these websites.
I guess I believe it.
And he was kind of like having a good time, it seemed like. And she was like, "Why did you take these big risks in the interview?" And he was just like, because we wanted to shake up the house, and it just seemed like the season was going to be boring if I didn't do it.
Let's be honest. He heard the Rams were in the Super Bowl. He wanted out.
He was like, I gotta go root for my Rams.
He had to go get those nachos.
Maybe they'll let me be in the Super Bowl halftime show with the real Slim Shady, my dear old enemy.
My dear old pal.
Eminem, Marshall Mathers.
If Travis Barker and Blink-182 were playing the halftime show, Shayna would have been quitting in 2 seconds. Guaranteed.
Definitely. I have to say, though, this season is really blowing the other two out of the water. And
it's amazing. We had a fight this episode.
Dude, and the first season is really quite remembered fondly as being like pretty solid.
Yeah.
Really thought of better than a lot of real seasons of Big Brother.
No, well, it's even better than All Stars. We can say that.
I mean, that's a pretty lowly ranked Big Brother season.
Sadly, yes.
All Stars 2, by the way, not All Stars.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. All Stars 2.
All Stars 1 is cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just like a lot of fun stuff going on, and you have a good amount of people like playing.
Yeah.
And just into it, like they're in it to win it, to play the game.
I'm a little disappointed that Todd and Cynthia seem to be back on the same page now and being friendly, because I want more fights.
I want more people talking about cutting throats on the street.
Yeah. No physical fights though, Misha. I don't want any physical fights. No octagons.
I don't want
none of that.
I don't want what happened to Mon 1 to happen to anyone else, because Mon 1 has not been seen,
Yeah. You're right. What happened to Mon 1?
Don't make me meet you in the octagon, Mon 1.
Oh no.
Since that soundbite, we have not heard a lick about Mon 1. Mon 1 is missing.
Oh, no. Misha killed him.
Misha killed Mon 1.
No.
So R.I.P.
Now he's.
I think Mon 1 already had 1 foot in the grave. If that's what Mon 1
I was just gonna say,
like.
now he is his true demonic self.
Yeah, he is his true demonic self.
He can now haunt the Big Brother house the way he wanted to from the beginning.
Yeah. But we're having a good old time. Thank you for joining us on Reality Alert today. That was our cold open.
I didn't know. Now this is like a sitcom episode. So we have our cold open. We're gonna have a tag at the end. Okay. Let's enter the first act then, shall we, Max?
Ben, keep up with me, Ben. You gotta keep up.
Your actor expertise is coming out here, Max.
Ben, keep up. So the HOH is ongoing, but we will not spoil anything until the spoiler section at the end of the episode. But we will not spoiler anything, but we are keeping tabs on it.
I'm literally watching
And
to
I
my
have
right, and so
another
the
little
third
tab.
person just fell, Max. The third person. There have been 2 people that fell. The third just fell. There's 3 left.
Yes.
And let me tell you, it's going to be really interesting going forward here.
Yes.
It's going to be really interesting.
So we will say what happened at the end of the episode. No spoilers. Don't worry. But we are closely monitoring the situation on the live feeds. And I will say, I am happy they're finally letting us check out HOH on the live feeds. It took them halfway through the season to let us have some fun.
Let's be honest here, Max. It's because Chris Kattan is gone now.
Yeah, okay.
Now we can monitor them.
What a loss. What a loss.
No, but I'm just saying, like I'm sure there were issues with comps before. With
no,
him.
No, it was.
It makes sense.
You couldn't do
that it was tough to do live stuff before. I think it's probably a little bit easier now. Probably a little easier.
Yes, that makes sense.
That checks.
So breaking it down, post AOH, I mean, Carson gets nominated and he's like, am I just going to get nominated every week? So
I like that he says it was an honor just to be nominated.
It's an honor just to be nominated, and he just needs a glass of wine.
It's been a little bit of a day, so mommy needs her medicine.
He also said, did you catch this? He goes, y'all better learn to bake and cook.
Yeah.
He's just like rattling him off.
And this is when Chris
so
Kattan quit. He was like,
the second he knew that there might not be
too
more
anxious
cake.
about this. I'm getting the fuck out of this.
If there's not going to be cake, I'm done.
I don't even want to. I was already quitting, but now I'm really quitting. This is the reason.
I did like to with Carson. He goes, why is Misha so obsessed with me?
Yeah, it's like because Todrick put the idea in her head and she cannot let go of it. She is obsessed with you.
She really is. This was not her episode. I'm sorry for Misha.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're so fixated on one thing, it's destined not to end up happening. I feel like.
Yes.
It's just she manifested it somehow.
Unlike us in becoming podcast millionaires, that will happen for us.
Have you been manifesting that? Because I've just been manifesting like 20 new followers.
Ben, that's why it's not working. Manifest us being podcast millionaires. Ben, keep up. That's what I keep telling you. Ben, keep up with me.
Maybe we should start a boy band instead, and then we'll get $10 million. Like,
okay, Ben, can you meet me in the other StreamYard room that we have? We need to have a sidebar, guys. We'll be back to the podcast in about 20 minutes. We need obviously.
Look, Max. It's just not even. It's not even imaginable for me. I can't even imagine it.
Ben, you need to dream big. I'm gonna give you this book called The Secret.
Oh,
and
boy,
it's gonna help you. Okay. So Chris talks with Carson and Cynthia. So Chris talks about how Carson and Cynthia being nominated is not the best for him because once they're gone, him and Shayna might be the next targets. And it's like, they don't even have to be gone for you to be the next target.
Yeah, you've already kind of made that a reality.
He manifests this.
Yes, he absolutely did. Todrick already knows that he's been smearing his name around the house. That's why Todrick has been down Misha's throat all week, trying to get Misha to put up Chris Chris Kirkpatrick. I'm sorry, instead of Carson.
Yeah, Todrick goes and talks to Cynthia, and he's like, "This isn't my move, and I am fighting for you." He's trying to make sure he's not getting the blood on his hands. He's like, I'm not doing this. I don't think Cynthia's totally buying it. Like, I don't think Cynthia's like an idiot,
Well, I don't know if that was something I don't know if that was an empty gesture. I think he was genuine, but I don't think he understood that that's just like a bad move in general. Do none of these people like really want to be here that bad? I don't know.
Like Todrick?
Well, Todrick and Misha seem to be the only ones, give them credit where credit is due, that really want to win this game.
No, I didn't know what you were saying. I thought you meant like.
No, I'm saying like, oh, you're talking about Todrick and Cynthia. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I was more referring to Carson later on saying that he wants to like put himself up.
Oh yes, no, I'm just talking about Todrick and Cynthia right now, where he's facing things over with Cynthia.
Yes.
I thought that this was kind of like, I think that Cynthia's a little more savvy to know that like he's not exactly on her side. I Yeah, we didn't really see we didn't get like a confessional from Cynthia about what she felt about it, but I was kind of feeling that she was.
I mean, it is kind of like I do think it's a good instinct that Todrick has here to try and get some allies. He clearly is insecure.
Like, it's not my move, but it's like bullshit, man. Like,
but he's clearly insecure. Like, he's seeing where things are trending right now.
I mean, him and Misha are two just attached at the hip. She feeds him at the dinner table with a fork.
They're a clear 2 versus the rest of the house, and I think everybody's starting to realize that. It's starting to become very apparent. Yeah.
We get Misha and Todrick in the gym, and it is clear that Kirkpatrick is becoming the next target. It's really they really set us up for Kirkpatrick being the target a million times. It's very telegraphed. They don't want this to be a surprise. They're really setting up. They don't want us to get hurt.
Yeah.
They want to let us down easy because they know that it's going to be hard for us to deal with the hero, the main character.
No more in sync puns.
I know we're going to have to say bye to end sync.
No.
I know.
No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
But this time we're saying it because we're going to miss it so much.
You're going to miss your winner pick, that's for sure.
Oh man, I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, you're screwed, man.
I mean, I just look like an idiot in front of all of our fans. They're so like, stupid. Max, we thought you were the smart one, the genius, and now
your credibility is out the fucking window.
I know. I'm getting tweets from across the globe just being like, idiot.
This is why we will never be RHAP, Max. We'll never be that.
What's that? I don't even know what that is. Is that like a health and wellness brand?
It's don't worry about it. It's better that you don't know.
Okay, I don't want to know.
It's better that you never see.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should Google that either.
Please don't. Oh shit, we just lost all our viewers.
Yeah, so this is where Carson comes in, is like, if I win veto, I'll use it on Cynthia because we just have to help our girl Shayna win. And they're like, we don't feel comfortable with that, Carson. What are you doing?
What is with everybody hoisting themselves up on a cross and being like, I will sacrifice myself in the game for everyone else?
Missed, dude. It's Shayna's missed. They just want to help Shayna.
Everybody wants to help Shayna. They all think Shayna needs it so bad. I don't know why.
There's something about Shayna, dude. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't even come to fruition, so I don't even want to go into it too much because I don't even know like what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, we are down to 2 contestants.
We're down to 1.
Now it's done. Wow. Oh my god,
that is stunning. Okay, wow. We have a lot to talk about with this new HOH.
Can we go to the spoiler section right now?
No, we cannot. We are far away from it. What a bummer.
I want to talk about it. I'm so excited.
All right, yada yada yada.
God, let's like fast forward through this as fast as we can. It's gonna be a 20-minute episode, folks. It's gonna be a 20-minute episode because we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this.
No, we got some stuff to talk about, but we're not gonna.
Wow.
Wow. We get Shayna talks to Chris in the kitchen, and Shayna is like, I'm worried about being backdoored, one of us being backdoored. And Chris does know. He's like, there's a huge risk in me being backdoored, but he's like, we can't let Misha win. This is the same thing about Carson being like, hey, I don't care if I go home. We just can't let Misha win. So I'm not thinking Misha gets
the hatred for Misha is real.
Nobody wants Misha to win. Nobody likes Misha.
They really just think she's going to dominate this whole game,
and they just don't want her to win.
I mean, they are going to be the jury, so they can decide that she won't win. Just saying.
Yeah, but I don't even think they don't even want like
they don't want her going final 2. They just want her going
They don't even want to feel like an obligation to maybe like have to respect that she made it.
Yeah.
They don't even want to have to come to terms with the fact they might have to respect her game.
It's tough with Misha because it's like, on one hand, I want to like her because like she's actually playing hard and I like that and I respect that. At the same time, it's like sometimes she's playing way too hard. Like she's being so pushy. There's no subtlety to her game. None.
Well, we just don't see anything really charming about her where we have these moments. It's not like we see anything charming about Todd either. You know? But the
it's
rest
weird
because
like she says the right things, but it's the way she says it, the way she does it, and the fact that like her paranoia keeps like fueling her through this game. It's there's just the vibes are off. The vibes are off.
Yeah, we just get certain characters where we just get like these fun moments from like Carson and like Lamar and you know, or like Cynthia talking about how like not knowing if Misha is a wrestler or a boxer. That's just like hilarious.
Right, yeah.
And Misha is just like kind of like I don't know. I don't know. There's just something missing that's not like you want her to win. And clearly the people in the house feel that way too.
Well, here's the thing too. In Big Brother history, everybody loves rooting for an underdog. Like unless someone is playing a Giesing-esque game or a Derek type game in which people are just like fascinated by the steamroll. But like people love an underdog. Like every time someone is in control of the house, Big Brother fandom hates them.
Yep.
Absolutely hates them. It's just people love an underdog. That's all.
Yeah. We get Catan quitting. He doesn't get to say goodbye in person. He leaves a video message. We get these weird recaps from people talking about Chris like he died.
Yeah, I know that was really weird. It was like a funeral.
Chris was such a nice.
It's like this is still the Dan Giesing funeral. Like Chris Catan is still gonna come back. This is all part of the
plan. He gets to talk like for a very long time. I guess they really had a lot of time to kill with this 2 hour. It did not need to be 2 hours.
Yeah, no, it did not.
Which is why this podcast will be 4 hours.
It was just so brief, and Catan didn't really give any direct reasoning. Like we had speculated in previous.
Sick. They said that he was feeling sick and needed to go.
Did they say sick? I never heard sick. Never heard sick.
Said it at one point, like why isn't Misha just nominating Catan? Like why did she nominate one of us? He was feeling sick even at the HOH competition and he wanted to go home.
It's just interesting that in his video message and in Julie's message to them, we didn't hear anything specific.
Yeah, like, it's like what we said. Regardless, you know, he never had any interest in the game.
Yeah. So it could have been a mental health thing too, you know, just as much as physical.
The issue was, as far as gameplay goes, which we're most concerned with, but we didn't lose anything, and we wish him well.
We wish him a night at the.
We're not going to waste any more. Yeah, we're not going to waste any more time on this guy that had no interest in Big Brother.
It would have been nice to have him around longer. He was funny. He was really funny, and it would have we had some great sleep segments.
Yeah, the bedtime hijinks will be missed.
I'm a little annoyed that we don't get more of probably the biggest celebrity in the house.
Oh no!
That's how I feel. I don't really care. All right, we get to
what it is.
I'm not going to lose sleep over it. We get a veto draw and we get a house pick. Cynthia picks Lamar because he's an athlete and he's not wrapped around Misha's finger, which is true.
Lamar does seem to be in her corner based on the fight that we see later. So probably a good pick there.
Yeah. I just think Lamar liked the fight. He's just really into it. He just thought it was entertaining. He just like
finally some entertainment.
He's just like, yeah.
He's been so bored this whole season.
So we learned that the veto will be Shayna, Misha, Cynthia, Todrick, and Carson. Okay.
Great luck that Shayna got picked.
Yes, that did turn out to be good luck.
Yep.
Well, I liked hearing Todrick explain veto to Lamar. Lamar just does not understand anything about the game.
There's been veto competitions that have happened already.
We also learned from the feeds this definitely won't be shown on the show, so it's not a spoiler. Lamar doesn't understand that apparently that that like the stuff on the DRs was for television. Maybe he thought it was for like an experiment, or was for a friend.
No, this is what he said. He said he literally thought diary room meant that it was a diary and that it wouldn't go out to anybody else and that it was secret. That's literally what he said on the feeds. He thought he took diary literally. He has not seen 30 seconds of the show before, Max. He never even clicked it once.
That is fine, but all of these
honestly,
things,
it could propel him to the.
But all of these
win.
things, you can pick up on within 17 days of being in the house.
We're literally halfway through, and he's just now asking how veto works.
3 days of being in the house, 5 days, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think within 9 days you got to know. We're
at
17.
This point. I don't know. Maybe I'm rooting for Lamar to win. I don't know. I'm team chaos.
I've been rooting for Lamar to win for a while.
It's
ever since he shit the bed. I was like, we gotta have the first winner to shit the bed that we know of.
You don't think Cody Calfori shit the bed? Yeah.
I don't.
I need a pancake.
You don't think Nicole? You don't think Nicole Franzel shit the bed?
She could have.
She could have. It's possible. It's possible.
Do
you believe in reindeers, Max? I wanted to ask you that before we get into this veto comp. Do you believe in them?
I don't think they have reindeers that fly. Reindeers are for real though, right?
He doesn't think that there's reindeers that can fly.
I believe in reindeers. I believe in flying reindeers. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I believe
in Santa and all.
I believe in all of it.
Rudolph.
I manifest it every day. Ben, keep up with me. If you manifest it, it will happen. It has happened. Manifesting works for the future, Max, and the past.
If you take enough drugs, those reindeers will fly. Okay, you gotta believe.
Yeah,
you gotta believe.
I don't think they have reindeers that fly. Reindeers are for real though, right?
I love his like childlike wonder that he still has in his heart. I love Lamar.
You have to remember that he's just writing a diary. Yo, you have to remember every diary room session. Every diary room session starts with "Dear diary room session, it's Lamar."
Today, the other contestants said that reindeers weren't real, but my mom and dad told me that they were, and that they helped Santa deliver presents. I don't believe them, and I think they're all big jerks.
How a veto works, but I don't remember anymore. Maybe I'll learn again tomorrow and forget again.
Dear diary, today I pooped the bed again. I made a big old brown mess all over my bed, and I had to go ask Big Brother to wash the sheets for me.
When am I gonna meet my big brother? Does that happen at the end of the show? Do we all win a big brother? Did the girls in the house get a big sister and the boys get a big brother?
My parents were promising me a big brother my entire childhood, and I never got it. And now it might actually happen.
That's why I agreed to come on this show. So
this cop was very funny, though.
Reindeer Academy. We've seen this before. You got to bounce on the thingy to bank your time.
It reminded me of those things outside of like grocery stores that you put a penny into, and you're
little. Usually they're like a pony. Sometimes they're like a kangaroo or like an alien or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you got to bank your time, and then you got to stack the thingies as high as you can. But it was Christmas themed. It was a belated Christmas competition. But I did like that you were a reindeer jockey. It was a spin on it. It was like a Seabiscuit reindeer thing.
Sure.
Yeah. It was, but it was an academy. You were like training to be a reindeer jockey. So they weren't part of a sleigh. They were being ridden individually.
You saw all that, huh?
It was very interesting. What was the concept? Why were they dressed like jockeys riding
they weren't just
reindeers
any
at
reindeer.
an academy?
They weren't just any reindeer, according to Julie. They were high class reindeer. These were Aspen reindeer, Max. They were for celebrities only to ride.
Okay, so Aspen reindeer that you need to go to like a ski school for, but it's
ski
for
school.
Ski school. So you just go to a ski school.
You gotta go to ski school
in Aspen to ride reindeer, but it's like dressing up as a jockey. It's like being a horseman,
right,
of reindeer. But it's
only for the high class. It's only for the high class.
It's only for the high class. It's very high concept. I have to hand them. I really.
It is.
It's really amazing.
They made the celebrities feel good, and that's what matters the most. That's what's most important.
Yes.
You took a soundbite of that?
Oh no, that was my that was one of my neighbors. I just recorded them last night.
Oh, I see.
Through the wall.
You do that often, Max?
That was the bed squeak. No, that was the competition.
That was Lamar's turd bouncing up and down the bed, right?
Oh my god.
So Max, Misha said core strength and quick hands is gonna help her to win this.
Talking about.
I think she was gonna punch the snowflakes.
Athletes don't look at clocks, like shot clocks. Time.
Oh, she was planning on KOing that competition before that 90 seconds ran out.
Yeah, they don't look at clocks. There's no clocks in any sport. Any sport, there's no time limits. They don't have them. There's no clock. Like, there's no way I could ever look at a clock.
So Cynthia was the first to lock in this challenge with a big 9.
Of course, she would lock in with 9 and lose. That's how she's done with everything. She's just like, I'm done. I'll win.
One of these days, it's going to pay off.
No, it's not.
I
she's
believe
never going to win.
One of these
anything.
days, it's going to pay off.
Not.
I really hope.
Carson had this pun.
In this competition, I have to hold on for dear life.
I thought I edited it down.
I'm so glad we got the boinging in there again.
Oops. I thought I edited it down.
Hanging on for dear life.
Yep.
Great.
Shayna locking in at 22. That was a good call.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
No one came close. Nobody was stacking with any sort of reason or rhyme.
And then we got to see the last 2 contestants faking running out of time because they didn't.
Yeah, they were like, "Fuck this shit."
It's so obvious. Todrick was like, "Oh, I guess I ran out of time."
I love how the second Shayna won, Misha was like, "So you're gonna win this because Todrick's not gonna win this. He's worthless."
And she was. This is like textbook Misha right here. Is overplaying her hand.
Yeah, because
getting pushy at the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time, Misha. And there's no subtlety to what she's doing, and it's obvious what she's doing, and it's a huge turnoff for Shayna. Well, and Shayna just is very annoyed by this.
If you're gonna not have faith in your closest ally, it's like, how am I supposed to have faith in you later on in the fucking game? It's such a bad look.
And to be fair to Misha, there were already whispers from Todrick in her ear saying, I think Kirkpatrick and Shayna might be coming for us. And in fairness to Shayna, Shayna was fearful that she would be put up on the block if either Carson or Cynthia came down. So I think fair's fair all around. But I do think this is yet another example of Misha pushing too hard.
Don't do it while the competition isn't over at the competition. Wait until, the competition is actually over.
Right place, right time. It goes a long way. But how about Shayna, veto queen here?
Veto queen.
She's been really impressive this season in these comps. She's been crushing it.
It's true.
She's been fantastic.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by her just in general.
Yeah, she's been playing hard.
Yeah, she said
Chris
she was
Kirkpatrick was surprised that she didn't vote his way tonight. But she's always on the right side of the house.
She said she was a super fan, and I think she's proven that she is, and she's been passionate and very excited about things, and it's been fun.
Is she your new winner pick, Max? I think I would be leaning towards her if I didn't already.
I think she's looking good. She's looking good. She has a lot of support.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, she's got a lot of allies in the house.
She's very liked.
Mm-hmm. And she's winning comps right and left.
Yeah, but it makes her a target.
Yes. Yeah. True.
I don't know.
True.
We get Misha talking to Todd and Lamar, and they're like, "Hey, put me up. I don't give a fuck." Todd's like, "Put me up."
We crossed one out on our bingo.
Yeah, Todd's down.
Todd
for whatever.
down for whatever. Yep.
Chris and Shayna overheard them talking, and they're like, "Okay, they're gonna put up Todd," and he's like, "We could play it safe, or." They bring in Carson, and they're like, "We have a plan." And Carson's like,
"A plan?
A plan?" And the plan is to take you down. And they know it's a risk, but he's like,
It's more than a risk. It's a fucking certainty that Kirkpatrick goes up and goes home.
Yeah.
This is maybe one of the dumbest moves I've ever seen.
No.
What do you mean? No.
No, he's not. He doesn't sing "fuck you," man. He doesn't give a shit. He's fine.
Okay, so you are saying he kind of quit? Is that what?
No. Yeah, I mean, I know. I think he kind of. I just think he wanted to shake things up and like take a big risk and have fun. But I wouldn't say it's like a quiz. It's just like
I'm gonna say here's what I'll go out on a limb and say this. He's stupid.
Yeah.
Look, we're not going to get him for an exit interview. I'm just going to say he fucked up. And I think he realized it somewhere in this episode that he fucked up by coming up with this plan that he thought would be really cool. Because he's like, no, she'll put up Todd after. But then like after a little while, I think in his mind he was going, but she wouldn't put up Todd though. If we betrayed her, then she'd get upset and then probably put up me for betraying her.
Who backdoors themselves on purpose?
See, he realized it after he fucked up. Fucked up.
I'm confused.
I just don't understand.
Kirkpatrick is confused, and he's gonna be LOLing his way home.
Yeah,
that's for damn sure.
Yeah, he certainly will. So Misha tells Todrick she senses something is different with Chris, and this is music to Todrick's ears.
Yeah, he's been waiting for this all week.
Beaming. So she takes him in the sauna, and she's like, "Chris, are you gonna vote Carson out if I put Todd up? I need."
This is so cringe. This scene.
All she has to do is reassure him. I need to be reassured, and he's like, "Everything I've ever done has been for you, and I'm 100%." And she's like, "Okay, all you have to do is say this." And he tells us, "I played this game with integrity. So I can't lie straight to someone."
Yes, you can.
Face. No, Ben. He can lie behind people's backs and like backstab people, but because he has integrity, he can't lie to their face. There's a big difference.
But
one is okay, one is not. One has a lot of integrity, but lying to someone's face, that is over the line.
But Max, for the record here, it doesn't matter whether he lies or tells the truth.
It's immoral.
Either way, it's gonna come out at the ceremony, and then he's going to be up on the block because they betrayed.
And one sends you to hell, one sends you to heaven. So it really matters. Okay.
Lying behind
your back will get you to heaven. Lying to someone's face gets you to hell. I think that's what integrity is all about. So.
This is just such a stupid scene. It's so stupid. It doesn't matter whether he lies or tells the truth. So he might as well just come right out and say it. Well, I was leaning towards Carson. Like he thinks that's some bit of secret. No, but he thinks being coy here is going to help him in some way. It helps you none because the decision is made in public. It's made in public, and then you are betraying in public, and then Misha is going to make the decision of who to put up.
I think if he had just reassured her, it would have been okay.
You really think that?
No.
Okay. There's no way. If he was like, I promise you, Carson,
You're
Carson,
right.
and then they go up and they say, we're gonna use the veto on
You're right.
Carson,
I didn't even
then
think
of
about
course.
that. You're so right.
It's the
You're right.
dumbest.
It doesn't
This
even
is
matter.
the dumbest conversation. I can't even believe how long Chris Kirkpatrick held on to this belief without ever once questioning how
You don't
stupid
know
it was.
what integrity is, Ben. You've never played a game with integrity.
Oh, Max, we thought Chris Kirkpatrick was one of the bigger game players in the house. Boy, were we wrong on that one. He's a moron.
This was not a good episode for him.
This was really bad. This was really bad.
We're really known for, having a really measured response to people here on Reality Alert. And
this is a measured response. That was stupid. That was really fucking stupid. It would be unmeasured to say that it wasn't stupid.
I think he was just, having a lot of integrity.
No, he fucked up, and I'm sure he's realized it by this point.
There we go, baby. There we go.
Shayna is also, Misha asked Cynthia if she's planning on taking anyone down, and they're like in the kitchen, and Shayna is like, I'm taking down Cynthia, and they chat in the kitchen, and then
Shayna kind of does the same thing that Kirkpatrick did. She's like,
well, they start in the kitchen and they move up to Misha's permanent apartment. I mean, her HOH room. And
her
Misha,
condo, yeah.
Misha is like, you're not. There's no chance you're pulling down Carson, right? And that's when she's like,
I don't understand the secrecy. Again, what are they doing? What are they doing? There's no reason for secrecy here. It's really stupid.
Yes. And then Misha is like, hey, you shouldn't use the veto. And Shayna's like, I'm not afraid of you. Everyone else is. We know you killed Mon one. I'm going to press charges as soon as we get out of the Big Brother house. CBS is afraid of you, but I'm not. And I'm going to play my own game. Sorry, you can't tell me what to do. She doesn't fear the Mish, okay?
Yeah. No, she doesn't. And yeah, this is clearly just like being like, well, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah, I like that.
Why not just say like, hey, I guess you're going to put up Kirkpatrick and he's going home. And that's that.
Because she probably was a little scared of her in the moment and was just gonna wait till the ceremony.
But maybe she also genuinely believed that she might still put up Todd. Like, I think Kirkpatrick and Shayna might still be under this belief, even up to this point, that they betray Misha to her face in front of everybody, and Misha's still just like, Todd.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but that's really what I think they're thinking here. Because why us for the secrecy, Max? It doesn't make any sense. That has to be what they were thinking.
Dude, it's way more fun to do it at the veto ceremony, though. That is true, though, Ben. It is way more fun.
Fucking themselves over.
There's no difference if they do it now or at the ceremony, though. Why do it then than at the ceremony and have big moment?
Hashtag Team Good TV. I just am not buying.
I think that
I'm not buying it from them.
It is way more fun to do at the ceremony.
Yo, sure it is, but I'm not buying it from them. I'm just not. I'm sorry.
I support
this was a stupid plan from the beginning. They both could have been safe. And Carson would have gone home, and they would have pulled Cynthia in, and hopefully Lamar, and maybe they could have still gotten the numbers.
Yeah, no, it's very dumb. It's like
very ridiculous.
It's like, as we were saying before we got on the air.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You played yourself.
They played yourself. Chris is a very dumb move. Shayna was smart not to,
vote for him.
Well, now she's a target for two people, but we'll get into that. So Shayna takes down Carson. Misha,
Shayna's not. I don't. Well, yeah, she is. You think she's the number one target? You think for Misha and Todrick going forward? You think she's number one? Not Carson.
No. It's Carson then her.
Yeah. I agree. Those are the two at the top of the list.
Yeah. Misha and Todrick look big mad, and Shayna is like, I need Carson to help me win comps. I mean, I do think it's like good reasoning to say.
Sure.
And then
Kirkpatrick wasn't going to win them comps. He was HOH.
Yeah, but he can't see.
Right. He can't see the Marry Me signs.
Yeah.
Folks, go see Marry Me this weekend in select theaters. J-Lo worked really hard on this.
Available on streaming. I don't know.
It's good.
He really fucked himself over, Kirkpatrick, you know?
Yeah, he really did. Misha was crying.
And Carson is so relieved. Shayna is scared. Chris is scared. Everyone is scared, and Chris is just like,
who backdoors themselves on purpose?
Who? He doesn't answer the question, though. I don't know who did it. Who did it? Who backdoors themselves on purpose? Why doesn't he answer the question? Who did it?
Chris Kirkpatrick does it.
Oh, it's always the person you most suspect.
In this conversation in the bathroom that Kirkpatrick and Shayna have, Kirkpatrick is like, what's the word for when someone knows that they lost but they're trying to front like they won? He just like keeps going, we won, no, it was good. We were in sync.
He's like, I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. Viva la Resistance.
Wow. Just like when NSYNC broke up, it was the happiest he had ever been in his life. He was so happy when broke
Justin
up.
Went solo and his career rocketed and nothing
Never
happened
been
for
happier.
Me. Nothing happened for me.
It's like being Mozart's brother. It's the best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. Yeah. This Todrick, Misha, and Shayna scene is really amazing. Misha is crying, Todrick is crying, and Shayna is like apologizing for playing the veto. And then she's like, I don't want to work with them. I don't give a shit. But now Misha and Todrick are like, so in the beginning on like the first day, do you remember like literally over 2 weeks ago, like 2.5 weeks ago, this is day 17 or day like 15 when this happened.
Crazy how much like, Misha has been in power during this.
You said that all you wanted to do on like day one was just not be the first to go.
Yeah.
So, if you win HOH, you are legally obligated to not put us up. You're not allowed to put us on the block. You can't.
Again, I think Misha should be having these conversations in the gym while she's punching things. I really think it would go over better.
And then
it really would.
Shayna's like, I haven't been in your alliance in a very long time. Like, you two only talk to each other.
Yeah.
When was the last time you included me in anything? And then she's like, oh, you're going to talk to me like that? Well, the line has been drawn. And then Misha says this epic confessional to us, Ben.
You have just stepped in the octagon with me, and the cage door is about to shut.
Max, this is frightening.
I know. She's
like, scary. Yeah, she's really scary.
You know, in Star Wars, when Jabba the Hutt like drops you down into the pit and there's like a monster, he doesn't need a monster. Just
Inamuta solo.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep Misha down there. Meet Misha solo. Cupcake down there solo.
Oh. Should we talk about news from the world, Max? Do you want to hear about all these? These are some great headlines.
This was such a fun game because we learned a bunch of headlines that we already knew.
I didn't know a lot of them.
That's really great, Ben. That's really good.
I didn't know Wolf was the name of
that just came out today. Wolf Webster that just came out today.
You knew it?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever, Max.
I am a man of the world. I am a Renaissance man.
You know all the news of the world.
Yes. And we're not going to discuss. You know what? I just know these things. So.
I guessed Signal.
Okay. Well, I thought Dolly Parton would have already been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame based on her age. So I did not guess that one, but my original instinct was Weird Al Yankovic. But
I honestly thought Weird Al would have been in the Hall of Fame years ago as well.
Yes, I know,
because he's he's amazing.
But yeah, I loved how with the Super Bowl reaction there was so much cursing that it cut to fish. So that was good. But we don't need to spend too much time on literally reporting news that we all could know about.
Who was cursing? I wonder.
It was Todd.
Where's Todd from?
He just curses a lot.
But Todd, so it was probably cursing of joy, right? Because Todd is from LA, he's probably happy that the Rams are in the Super Bowl. Probably, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But they like just moved to LA.
Who's like a diehard LA Rams fan? I don't know.
No, dude, did you see there were the comparisons between like the Bengals rally and like the Rams rally? They're like 40 person for the Bengals one and like 2,000 people at the Rams one.
I'll bet you all 2,000 were formerly St. Louis Rams fans.
Yeah, like traveled.
Probably.
Okay. So we had the Cynthia and Todd fight. My understanding was that this was right after the veto ceremony. We actually know that it was because we were live. And so it's funny the way that not funny, but interesting the way that they kind of like structured this in the episode.
Yeah.
My favorite part was just Lamar clapping during the whole time. He was just
Lamar said he's a punk. He's a punk.
And then just more clapping the whole time, just clapping.
He wanted the fight. He
loved the fight.
Lamar was for once
just feeding off the energy.
This really did set off
from Love Is Blind season 2. He feeds off energy.
This really did. They set each other off, Todd and Cynthia here, and it was mostly centered around them being people of their word. Was really at the center of the trigger that sort of set them off here. I think.
I don't know if we saw a lot of the whole fight.
No.
I don't, because from what I gathered from, I didn't see the whole fight on the feeds, but I think that they were like a lot more in each other's faces and stuff. I think.
Well, we didn't hear all the fuck yous for sure.
All the fuck yous and shit like that. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot worse and a lot closer.
But they seem better now.
Yeah, I think they're better. I did like
because I love fights.
The line in the street that I thought it was like really violent. He was like, if you like cut my in the street, if you cut my throat, I cut yours. Is very violent.
A little frightening. Yeah.
A little frightening, Todd. Okay, that's the real big.
Look,
big
let's just
brother.
be thankful that Misha wasn't involved in the fight.
Whoa.
Because then they would have been entering the octagon. Okay.
Yeah, she already cut Juan's throat, so.
But Juan will become more powerful than she could have ever imagined.
Yeah, definitely.
Continuing the Star Wars theme in this episode.
Yeah, she popped off. We get these eviction speeches. Chris is like, I cannot campaign because I am boring. And
it was a sweet message. It was sweet.
Why are you being nice to him now?
Because he fucked up, first off.
It's so boring to then fuck up and then not try to save your game and then not campaign.
He felt humiliated. He was humiliated.
We give every contestant shit for not campaigning and then being like, I cannot campaign. He gets himself backdoored.
How can you campaign yourself out of this one, though? You're fucked.
There's always options. Try to campaign.
Nah. Not in this instance. He
and
fucked
then Cynthia
himself so
is like,
bad.
boring speech, blah, blah, blah.
No, I thought I liked both their. I thought it was fine. It was whatever.
I just think that they shouldn't even be allowed to give speeches. They're always so boring.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Unless they promise to do something interesting.
Yeah,
Julius just saying, do you have anything
time.
Interesting to say, and you have to promise, or we'll dock $1,000.
That would be a good motivator. Without a doubt.
The votes were unanimous. So interesting was Todrick said sadly to a vote. That's a reference to Derek Fraser from last season. So Derek Fraser, that was it. If you didn't catch that. We had the Chris interview.
Shayna, by the way, voted for Chris Kirkpatrick. Let's talk about that.
But she did say she would do that on the feeds. So
voted with the house.
With the house.
Good.
Nobody seemed sad that he was gone. Besides, Cynthia was like a little sad, but nobody was sad.
Yeah.
No one cared.
He's fine. He's gonna be collecting those NSYNC royalties forever. He'll be all right. Nobody feels bad for him.
I bet he is mad that
The Backstreet Boys are watching.
and they're like, yeah, who's laughing now, sucker? You don't see Nick Lachey getting kicked off of Love Is Blind. Ha ha! Way more people are watching that shit. Loser.
Who? What?
Nick Lachey, obviously. I don't have that soundbite.
Who is
sorry.
that? Who is that?
I think he's hosting some other show that we cover. So
there's not a host on Love Is Blind.
You're right. I misspoke. Yep. He basically just says he wanted to have fun with the game. I just think he fucked. Yeah, you're right. He fucked up. We already talked about a lot of this.
He basically said he was bored in this exit interview. He basically said he was like, it wasn't fun being on the winning side. That's what he said. It wasn't fun being on the winning side. That's like, okay. So
well, I do think that a lot of Big Brother is like not very fun.
Unless you're winning.
No, I think a lot of Big Brother is you're just sitting around waiting for things to like happen.
Well,
it's very boring.
Sure, unless you're in control of the game and you're driving towards a prize of a lot of fucking money. Sure, it's boring for the audience, but do you think Dan Giesing was bored?
He needed the money.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed. That's kind of what I'm driving at here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was bored and he didn't give a shit because he didn't need the money. Because
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He just like didn't give a shit.
Maybe there's an inherent problem with Celebrity Big Brother. Maybe.
No, I'm saying
maybe if you lose, you have to give money.
He was a D+ celebrity because he had too much money. So you need to get people with less of a net worth,
like us.
But Ben, you still need to manifest this $1 million podcaster thing. Okay,
it's not gonna happen.
Ben.
Julie asked Kirkpatrick, "What's worse, a world tour with NSYNC or being on Celebrity Big Brother? What's harder? What's harder here?" And he was like, "Oh my gosh, definitely Big Brother, definitely Big Brother." That's what he tries for every time.
Yep, that's what everyone always says.
Big Brother was so much harder.
Like I like getting goodbye messages. That's fun.
Carson, though, he had to get one last pun in there. Sadly, another bye.
LOL.
There we go.
Yeah.
Todrick came out swinging. Says he wishes. Chris was like, I wish I had talked to Todrick instead of just, like letting things be like that. Yeah, there's a lot of things you should have wished that you had done.
Yeah. Todrick said, at least I'm happy I made it longer than you. Yeah.
Sucker. Lance Bass, I did like how he said that Lance Bass would have said that his game sucked and that he'll have to change the band's name to NSUCK. That's funny.
Well, if Lance Bass really feels that, maybe he should fucking go on a reality show.
Yeah, go on the show and try to see if
Stop having your assistant on the circle, your buddies on Big Brother. Maybe you should get off the fucking couch, Lance, for once in your
come on,
fucking
Lance.
Life. You're very critical, Lance, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah. Obviously,
you're easy to judge.
We're not critical. We're not critical of Chris on this show. No. We just leap praise upon him.
No, we're not critical. We're just correct all the time.
Yeah,
that's all.
He thinks Misha and Todrick are in good spots. And we'll just talk about how good of spots they're in the spoiler section. If you're going to leave us for the spoiler section, whether you're live with us, watching on video or on audio, make sure to follow us on YouTube or on podcast, any platform you're going to, and follow us on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram and all of that good stuff. And if you watch Love is Blind, check out our coverage there. We just did our first episode today. Today is Friday, February 11th. We're going to do more tomorrow, Saturday. We're doing the second episode. On Wednesday, we have Matt from Circle Season 3. On Sunday, that's what we're doing with Matt. Monday, we have Sophia from Circle Season 3 doing episode 3 with us. And then we're doing all of the rest of the first week, guys. We're doing every episode. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned. And now we are going to go into the spoiler section in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben, who won HOH?
Carson!
Oh my God. Yeah,
let's go. Misha and Todrick are getting put up.
They're getting put up. It seemed that it came down to Todrick and Carson. We don't know if they cut a deal, right? Because we couldn't hear the audio.
No, we couldn't because we were broadcasting at the time.
But
they did look like they were talking.
They didn't look like they were talking. They did.
No, I said it did.
Okay.
It did look like they were talking. So there could have been a deal struck, which would mean Misha primary target.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would like fully cut a deal.
Yeah. I don't know. If to me, if you're going to go for Misha, you kind of got to backdoor her. She's a huge, huge comp threat.
Oh, we do have this from Big Brother Daily. Before Todrick jumped off the wall, Carson made him a promise.
What was the promise?
We don't know.
To always be a friend, to always have a shoulder to cry on.
We have someone in the comments saying Carson said I can make a deal, but this person said we couldn't hear if a specific deal was made.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. But Carson winning, that's a very big development here that Carson has won. He really needed to save himself, and he definitely makes himself I mean, he could have made himself a bigger threat. He was no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not speaking hyperbolically. I'm saying he was already as big of a threat as he could be.
He definitely
if you know what I'm saying, because he was already such a social threat.
If it hadn't,
it didn't matter. He needed to keep saving himself, and because it came down to him, Todrick, and Shayna, and Shayna dropped out. So Carson needed to save himself anyway. Carson needs to keep competing to win every single competition, and because
just
Todrick
like Misha, I think Misha and Carson are in two very similar spots right now.
I gotta say, Todrick is in very good shape and is like a really good dancer. I keep thinking
unless well, you mean in shape for this comp physically?
I just keep thinking that Todrick is in good shape. Todrick is in good shape physically.
Yes. Okay. Not in the game.
No, not in the game. I just keep thinking that he's if we're seeing do like back handsprings and stuff. I just keep thinking that he's going to win a competition one of these days.
I thought this for an endurance comp like this. I thought he's
a really good size. Yeah. I mean, he's 36. Carson is 52. Like, why can't Todrick win any of this?
Yeah, well, Carson's a beast.
Yeah,
Carson's crushing it.
Yeah,
he's crushing.
I want to know what his exercise.
That's my winner pick.
I'm not going to do his exercise routine. I'm very happy for you. I just want to know what his exercise routine is.
I don't care about his exercise routine. I just care about his shampooing routine in the bathtub. That's all.
That is true.
That's all that matters. Okay. My winner pick. He's going all the way. I believe. Now, so I think it'll be interesting to see if he tries to backdoor Misha, because in doing so, he would have to put up pawns, and right now he really needs to bring in people like Lamar. Listen, though, he really needs to bring in people like Lamar and Todd. He needs to bring in these middle players right now on his side. Can he afford to put them up as pawns right now? I don't know.
Carson bringing in Lamar. I do not see Carson backdooring based on his previous kind of maneuvers, and
specifically the one tonight where he suggested
that kind of thing. His refusal to want to campaign, general kind of apathy towards campaigning and fighting for himself in general. Yada yada.
Yeah, he kind of plays that integrity angle that like Chris Kirkpatrick does.
Yes.
A little. Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
he's
even
not
know
quite
much of,
cutthroat.
if it's much of like an integrity angle as much as it's just not a desire to want to do that.
He had said too, he was like, why wouldn't they get rid of Chris Kattan? Chris Kattan wanted to go, like it.
I think when he said that, he was just like, why the fuck are you putting me up? I don't want to be up. It's just like, come on, don't put me up. I don't think he actually gave a shit
If
about
he was
like,
genuine, then yeah, I mean,
because when that happened, it was just like, in that situation, it's Chris Kattan should just quit if he doesn't want to be in the game.
Yeah, you're just upset in the moment. Yeah.
Chris, I think if
Chris he should backdoor Misha though. He really should.
That is the right strategic move. You don't want to give, but at this point, there's so few people in the game. How likely is a backdoor anyway? I mean, you should still try. But
much more. Well, yeah, you're right because everybody's going to be playing the veto comp.
Is everybody going to be playing the veto comp?
We're down to 7, so I guess
no,
one person's going to be left
4,
out.
5.
Oh no, we're down to 6.
We're down to 6.
Yes, 6 or 7. I can't remember. No, it's 7. It's 7.
No, we just had.
No, it's 7 people.
It's 7.
Yeah,
it is 7.
I think.
Yes. No, it is 7 and 5 play in the veto. I'm pretty sure.
Right. So they would have to. They would have 6.
To. No. 5 play in the veto.
They'd have to get lucky, and Misha would have to be the odd person out when it comes to veto picking. And it depends on what the veto comp is too, obviously. But the safest move is still to try and backdoor her.
Wait, 6 people played in the veto. I'm wrong. Oh, it gets so confusing, man. Because Shayna played, Misha played, Cynthia played, Lamar played, Todrick played, and Carson played. So that was 6.
Was Misha in there? You said Misha?
Yeah, Shayna, Misha, Cynthia, Lamar, Todrick, and Carson.
And then there were 2 other people that sat out.
Yes.
That didn't get picked. So we're down to 7 now.
Dude, Big Brother is so confusing. I remember watching the show for the first time and being like, what has happened? What is happening? And I had read up on it to try to understand it, and I was still like, I do not get the show whatsoever.
Not for me, dude. I got it right away.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did, dude.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You just stupid, bro.
No. Well, clearly I'm an idiot. I picked Chris Kirkpatrick.
That's right. Carson Kressley gonna win this season.
Lamar,
the real
baby.
expert.
New
right
winner
here.
pick, Lamar.
They're gonna be calling this the expert and Max on Reality Alert.
I'm gonna manifest him not winning if you're not careful.
I'm excited to see this week coming up. It's gonna be
fun.
Am
too. I mean, I'm excited for every episode. It's such a good season. It's so fun. I can't believe we're only halfway through. I mean, it's just gonna keep getting good, keep being fun, more Lamar stuff. Guys, if you have any questions for us about what we think, feel free to ever join us in the chat. Feel free to message us on Instagram, the Twitters, email. Don't email us. Who does that?
If you want to call us, we'll give you our personal phone number.
Yeah, any of that good stuff. But really, yeah, people like to DM us, ask us questions, so we'll definitely answer the question on the podcast and all of that good stuff. Subscribe, please. Subscriptions really help us. And we would love to hear from you. And thank you. We recently hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. It was a major milestone for us. So thank you for everyone who's been here since the beginning, whether it was you're the first 10 subscribers, first 50, and the first 100. You are our heroes, and we thank you so much.
And we will see you all tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern. We're going to be covering Love is Blind Season 2, Episode 2. If you're watching Love is Blind, you can join us there. The next time we'll see you for Celebrity Big Brother is going to be Monday, I believe.
And if you're not watching Love is Blind, we'll see you there because you like hanging out with us.
Yes. Please.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.